All right, welcome back to segment number 3, and we're with Duffy King. And on this segment, we're going to listen to some music and discuss it. And we hope that you're going to enjoy this. But we're listening to Samba del Sonoran, which is a classical piece, a Latin classical piece, that a rocker from Detroit has written, and it's incredible. If you're a fan of Gypsy Kings, you're going to be a fan of this song. And so go ahead and take a quick listen.
So Duffy, that is an awesome tune. Obviously, we got to do the music video together and
awesome
climb.
Video.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that drone shot. I mean, we were kind of like dealing with people climbing at the same time. I'm like, wait, can you stay down there real quick, and then, like, before they could get to the summit. But anyways, tell me about the process of or the inspiration of the tune.
The inspiration of the tune was actually. My wife, Karen, is a flamenco dancer. And now, first of all, I've been a huge fan of Latin jazz my whole life. Oddly enough, Santana, when I was 12 years old, I pinned it right away, the Latin rhythms, the Latin, and then grew on from there, and I got into Chick Corea, especially his Latin stuff, and then I got into Cuban jazz with Chucho Valdez and stuff like that. It was like huge. I loved it. And so my wife was asked to do a flamenco show right up here in Carefree. And she goes, "Can you play the music for it?" I said, "Well, I've never really, I don't know really any flamenco songs, but I'll write some." So I listened to some, I just started immersing myself listening, and I just sat down on a couch and wrote it.
What a great challenge. I love it. That's awesome.
And, when it came to name it, I was sitting in the Sonoran Desert when I wrote it and called it. Beautiful. And then I had the idea of the video, and my wife and I had discussed about, what it would look like, and even kind of scripted it out a bit, and then got a hold of you, and it won 3 International Film Festival Awards for Best Music Video.
Oh, congratulations.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
And deservingly so. It's an excellent composition. It's well thought through. It's executed flawlessly. The last lick of your song, when you're going up, above the 15th fret, and you're playing the scale, and ultrasonic, ultra speed, 30-second notes. Oh my God. Incredible. And then your background in terms of your mainstream stuff and the jazz that you play and whatnot, to have that as part of your library, you must be very proud.
I am. I'm real proud of that whole record. Yeah. Acoustically speaking, it's a kind of a journey through Latin jazz and some fusion, all acoustic, but fusion jazz, explorations and stuff. Yeah.
Let me ask you this question, as a producer and a manager, and somebody that's been in the business for a while, longer than I'd like to admit. What did that do to your career in terms of broadening your audience?
I think it has broadened it. I think it brought people in that they weren't expecting,
Sure.
to hear that. I'd also done an album of Christmas songs, all finger style, jazz voicings and stuff like that, and I gained a lot of traction, and I did gain a lot of people following me with that, so they knew what to expect. But people that have seen me out doing rock and funky R&B stuff, like, oh, whoa, where'd this come from?
Where'd this come from?
I was certainly surprised, honestly. I thought it was going to be something more on the lines of R&B or something like that. I wanted to ask, so as far as the recording process for this, did you guys all record live? Because it does sound like you did, but I'm not sure.
I recorded the bed, 2 guitar tracks, which is the rhythm guitar and the melody line.
Right.
And I recorded them to a click track.
Right.
And then I brought in Perry Sen, know Perry, on percussion, and Felix Saenz on the upright bass. I brought them into my home studio right there in Rancho Manana, where I was
Really?
living. And I tracked them together. Right. I tracked them together, over top of it.
Yeah, so the rhythm section really just feels like they're like in the pocket together, so that's kind of why I'm getting that vibe.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely solid. It just sounds so great together.
Thanks.
So mix and master? Or
I did it all.
You did it all?
Did it all, yeah. Did it all.
Wow, and it's for the whole record and everything?
The whole record.
Wow, that's awesome. That's amazing.
Now, some of the tracks on the record were sendaways, like the opening track, Canción para mi Karen, which is a song for my Karen. I had seen this amazing bass player named Adam Ben Ezra on YouTube, and he was doing exactly what I was hearing. He plays amazingly, and he plays the body of his upright bass like a cajon at the same time while he's playing bass. So I just reached out to him. He lives in Tel Aviv, and I said, dude, I've got this track that's going to be perfect. Would you? And so I just sent him the stems, and he did what he did and sent it back to me. Amazing. So there was,
collaboration.
But so there, he was, half the world away. It's
Love it. Well, thank you so much for sharing that tune with
awesome.
us. Awesome.
Yeah. Go to duffyking.com and visit his, you can pull that up on YouTube. It's an incredible video, award-winning video. You can pull that up just by typing in Samba del Sonoran, and you'll see it. It comes up. And, of course, go visit Duffy King's Spotify pages. And,
lots of great tunes.
Duffy. Wow. Amazing.
Awesome. I think we have a tune to share with Duffy. Yep.
Yeah, let's do it. We're going to listen to Carefree State of Mind, which is a cut off of the 54th Street sessions that we did that are coming out. It'll probably be the third release behind it. It's a song that was inspired by my moving also to Rancho Manana. When I first came here, just shortly before I met Alex, who was one of the first guys that I met when I moved here, and inspired by an incredible vibe that I picked up, a spiritual vibe that I picked up in Cave Creek and Carefree, and we wrote this song. So take a listen to it.
On the streets that I now roam, got a carefree state of mind. No bad days. I get laid back, easy feeling. I can't explain or know why. With the sunrise and rain falls over the black mountain sky.
That's Carefree State of Mind. That was inspired by my move out to Arizona in 2020, and the vibe that I picked up in this incredible community, Carefree and Cave Creek, Arizona primarily. So a little town north of Phoenix. So the horn section was by Jerry Donato. He did the arrangement for that, and that was a very cool little muted trumpet solo on that. Background vocals by Rhonda Street and Alex's sister, and it was a fun song.
So what'd you think of the tune?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, that vibe and feel is very much, where my roots are, I'm hearing some Steely Dan, Donald Fagen stuff, and then even in the horn arrangements.
We've gotten
and
Steely
everything.
Dan quite a bit off of that one.
Yeah.
It's funny because Darryl has written so many different like genres in this first. We're kind of finding your identity when we were producing this, but it's been so fun, especially this specific tune. We got to collaborate with Jerry Donato, which I believe you played with him.
I have.
Yes,
I've played with Jerry Donato.
Yeah,
absolutely.
and his process on arranging the horns and just. We went into Pyramid Studios and we got to track everything, and it was just really fun. It was a really good collaboration. So
What a sweetheart to work with.
Yeah.
He's such a generous man, and and when he was done, and I thanked him for it. He says, "So do you like it?" He said, "So maybe we'll see each other again."
we'll definitely see him again.
Yeah, I mean, musical identities. I don't even know if I like that anymore. That whole. I think it just pigeonholes. Like, I wouldn't. The upside of the way things are now, you can do anything you want. You know, at any you can do. You don't have the major labels. You don't have telling you what you can be and what you can't be. And so your thing is just to go out and do what you do what you want, and find your niche, your tribes per se. And I mean, it's not going to blow up probably because it's very rare, but you could sustain some success with it. My next album that I'm working on is mostly funky R&B stuff. That's
Can't wait.
I mean, have horn sections, and it's a total different than my last
Do you have
album.
any experience with like arranging horns?
I do. I was first chair trumpet player in junior high and high school band.
Okay. So then 3-part, 4-part, 4-part, 5-part solely.
Yeah.
I want to thank Duffy King for coming out. Duffy, thank you so much for coming out
Absolutely.
to you. Thank you, Alex. This is our creative director and my producer. We are very excited. So go on, log on. If you like what you've seen, subscribe to Big Yard Nation. Share it with your friends and your collaborators. We're excited about what we're doing. We're committed to this, and we want to make it an inspirational thing for you if you're an aspiring musician. Join us in the yard anytime when you're out there getting to wherever it is you're getting to. I hope all your dreams come true. Love your fate. May God bless you and keep you safe, and we'll see you next time in the yard.